Over the past 2 days, news first delved into a possible change in electricity tariffs which could affect the general public as well as the industrial sector.
Tonight we take a look at how an electricity tariff revision could possibly affect the hospitality industry.
Now, the Sri Lankan government aims to attract a total of 1.2 million tourists by the end of 2013.
Various programs have been launched in this regard. Will a change in electricity tariffs have an impact in achieving this target?
Hotels which are registered with the Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau have been categorized into 3 groups by the Ceylon Electricity Board. Hoteliers signed an agreement with the CEB on the number of electricity units they would use per month. However, if the respective hotels exceed the stipulated number of units, the price changes based on the units that are used thereafter. The CEB's proposed electricity tariffs also consider the hotel sector under 3 categories. Under HP1, a fixed charge of 600 rupees will be charged while the cost of unit of electricity during peak, off-peak and day hours will stand at 22 rupees. Under the HP2 category, a fixed charge of 3000 rupees a month will be charged while the price of unit of electricity varies throughout the day. The price of unit of electricity during peak hours stands at 24 rupees, while a unit of electricity during off-peak hours stands at 10 rupees. The price of a unit of electricity during day hours stands at 15 rupees under HP2. In the HP3 category, a fixed charge of 3000 rupees will be charged while 23 rupees will be charged per unit of electricity during peak hours. During off-peak hours, the price reduces to 9 rupees while the cost stands at 14 rupees during the day. The price of a kilovolt ampere will stand at 1100 rupees for HP2, while 1000 rupees will be charged for a kilovolt ampere under HP3. In addition, a fuel adjustment charge of 15% of the unit price will be added on all 3 categories, HP1, HP2 and HP3. According to the proposed tariffs of the CEB, an annual concession of around 316 million rupees is included in this proposal.
If the electricity tariffs are increased, this cost will have to be finally borne by the tourists.
We spoke to several individuals involved in the hotel sector to obtain their views on the proposed electricity tariff changes.
මයිතනේ අපි වගේ සුළු පරිමාණ සංචාරක ව්‍යාපාරයන්ට ඔලුස්සන්න බෑ. බීලි කලාපේ සිපාවිච්චි කිරීම වැඩි වෙනවා. වැඩියෙන් පාවිච්චි කරන්න වෙනවා. එතකොට මිදුළු බිල ගොඩක් යනවා. ඒක
ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නයකටදී මුහුණ දෙන්න වෙනවා ඉස්සරහදී. ඒ බිල කවර් කරන්න අමුතුවෙන් يعني වෙනම මේ සේල්ස් වැඩි කරගන්න මොන හරි විදියකින්
හැම ගිනි පෙට්ටියේ ඉඳන් ලුණු ගෙඩියේ ඉඳන් හාල් කිලෝ එකේ ඉඳන් සියල්ලම වැඩි වුණා. නමුත් එන්න සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ බිස්නස් ගරා වැටීම.
අපිට තවත් වැඩි කරනවා කියන්නේ අපේ මේ සංචාරකයේ ව්‍යාපාර නැති කරන්න තමයි.
අපේ දැනටත් ගාස්තු වැඩි කියලා හොටල් ගාස්තු වැඩි කියලා විදේශික සංචාරය ගෙන්නුන සමාගම් ලොකුවට අපිට මේ බල කරනවා පහත දාන්න කියලා. දැන් තියෙන ගණන්.
Welcome back to the news. The aerodrome license was granted by the Civil Aviation Authority to the Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport today. The license was granted at the Ministry of Civil Aviation.
Chairman of the Civil Aviation Authority, General Rohan Dalwata, presented the license to Prasanna Vikramasuriya, the Chairman of Airport and Aviation Services. The Mattala Rajapaksa Airport is the first international airport to be constructed after the Bandaranaike International Airport. There were various allegations that were levelled at us when we started this project. The Mattala Rajapaksa Airport was not constructed as an experiment. The Bandaranaike Airport will not be closed down but will be improved.
The Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport, Sri Lanka's second international airport, will commence operations on Monday. A sum of $209 million has been spent on the first phase of the airport.
The Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport is located about 30 kilometers from Hambantota. A large road network connects the airport with surrounding cities. A total area of 800 hectares has been allocated for the first phase of the Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ දෙවන ජාත්‍යන්තර ගුවන්තොටුපළේ
The runway is the most notable feature of Sri Lanka's second international airport. The runway is 3,500 meters in length and 75 meters in width. The runway has been built to accommodate even the world's largest A380 aircraft comfortably. A safety zone of 260 meters has also been constructed on either side of the runway in accordance with international standards. A tar composition capable of withstanding extreme temperatures has been used to surface the runway. All facilities, including a signal system constructed in accordance with international standards for the landing and takeoffs, have been set up at the Mattala airport. 2 taxiways have also been constructed to guide aircrafts from the runway to the terminal. This airport has been constructed in an environmentally friendly manner. In the future, other industries connected to aviation services will also crop up around this airport. Institutions connected to aviation services like pilot training schools, schools for aviation engineers and stewards will be established around this airport. The runway is also covered by an emergency response team and fire brigade which meet international standards. The fire brigade, which has been supplied with modern fire engines from Austria, has the ability to reach any point on the runway within 3 minutes. A staff subject to special training has also been attached to the Mattala airport for this purpose. Under the first phase, the airport has the capability to park 10 aircrafts at any given time. However, this capacity will be broadened in the future. Tomorrow on Primetime News, we will look at more features of the Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport, which is to be declared open by the President on Monday.
In more local news, Ceylon Newspapers Private Limited presented the most valuable prize ever presented in newspaper history in Sri Lanka to a winner. This took place at a ceremony held yesterday.
PB Jayantha Abevikrama was the lucky winner of a motor vehicle. Jayantha Abevikrama's name was picked out from more than 1 million other names in a recent raffle draw. A group including the chairman of Ceylon Newspapers Private Limited, Tiran Alas, were present at the ceremony held yesterday to present the motor vehicle to the winner.
Okay, this is a historic occasion for Ceylon today and Maubima. And this is the first time a car has been offered as a major prize, and the response to the entire promotion campaign was tremendous. And I think this has helped us put Ceylon today on the map.
I am happy because it has gone to someone who buys the newspaper every day. Even if it wasn't me, it should go to someone who buys the newspaper regularly. I would have been disappointed if it went to someone who bought the newspaper just for a day.
Former Deputy Director of the Department of Sports Development, K.S. Piris, says that if nominations for the post of Chairman of Sri Lanka Cricket is rejected, the Minister of Sports does not have the legitimate right to appoint an interim committee. Piris made this comment when Sports first inquired about what could transpire if all 3 nominations for the post of SLC Chairman are rejected.
Objections have been filed against the nomination of Tilanga Sumutipala, Sumitar Pereira and Upali Dharmadasa for the cricket elections. If the nomination of these 3 candidates are rejected, then the next legal measure that should be taken is to call for new appointments for that post only and then appoint a suitable person. If it is mentioned in the law that if the nominations of 2 candidates are rejected due to the objections, then the remaining candidates will win without any competition. Does the Minister of Sports have the ability to appoint an interim committee if all nominations for the posts are rejected? In such an event, the Minister of Sports does not have the legitimate right to appoint an interim committee. If the nominations for a position are rejected due to a certain technical reason, then an election should be held once again for that position according to the provisions set out in the law. If 3 nominations for the post of SLC Chairman are rejected, can the current SLC officials use this as a reason to remain in their positions? The current board of officials cannot remain forever because there are appointments made to other positions in the committee such as the vice presidents. The institutions will only lose the position of chairman. The vice president can call for fresh nominations. That is how a chairman can be selected.
Provincial politicians attached to the United National Party charge that those who should retire are continuing to protect the current UNP leadership and remaining in the working committee with the intention of bringing their children into politics. They said that such working committee members should be held directly responsible for the continuous defeat of the party.
A group of friends who have no voter base and nothing to do are protecting the leader, Ranil Wickremesinghe, and are taking this party towards destruction. As an example, there is MP Joseph Michael Pereira who represents our district. He did not come into parliament with a voter base, but through the national list. What he wants today is to protect this fallen leader and bring his son into politics. Instead of organizing his electorate and his district, today Joseph Michael Pereira is protecting the leader, running errands for him in order to prepare a political background and program for his son Srinath Pereira. It is people like this who are in the working committee. Look at MP Gamneja Vikram Pereira. He is the organizer for Katugampula. What is he doing today? What he wants to do today is to protect the leader and ensure that his son Asanka Pereira gets his seat and continues his political journey. He has no need to think about the UNP members who have been through many hardships in Katugampula. People like R. Yogarajan and Shantini Kongahage, who have no voter base, have been given positions in the working committee and have been tasked with making the party function. The responsibility of organizing the women in the party has been conferred upon defeated Shantini Kongahage.
සාන්තිනී කොංගහගේට මහත්තයා ආණ්ඩුවට කඩ යනවා නෝනා එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ කාන්තාවෝ සංවිධානය කරනවා.
Can we bring forth a UNP government with an organizational strength like this?
බිහි කරන්න.
Up next is the newspaper cartoon of the day.
Former Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Parliamentarian Sajid Premadasa, has been reappointed to the party working committee.
I am a person who is committed 24 hours and 365 days to sustain the people, protect the people and create a UNP government without thinking about positions, wealth and benefits. Therefore, I will continue to work today, tomorrow and in the future to create a president from the UNP, bring development near the feet of those who suffer in hunger.